Today, I want to show you how to make the most of your template pages and custom sections. I'm going to be showing you this in my yearly planner, but if you use one of my journals or notebooks, all the steps you see will be exactly the same. First, what we're going to do is look at how to use the sections and template pages that are included in the file itself. Then we're going to go on and I'm going to show you how to use external templates. Insert pages that you might purchase from my shop, basically anything that you want to bring in as a new page or a new layout in your planner. So we have a couple options on how to do that, and I'll run you through those. But again, when you're in the planner or notebook, you can see that these note sections act as mini notebooks embedded directly within the file itself. So when you're in your notebook section, you'll see some sort of tab option for easy navigation. You can see anytime I'm here, I can tap over to any tab. And then I can, of course, also navigate by tapping on the section in the table of contents. So if I was going to build out a note section and add templates to it, here's how I would do that. I'm going to start by just writing the name of my section down right here. Then I'm going to lasso and copy that handwritten text. And when I tap over into that section, this is my section divider page, and I have the ability to add all sorts of details, high level about what's in the section. It really helps me manage and keep straight what I'm using the section for. So all I'm going to do is just paste in what I already wrote. And now when I'm on the divider page, I'm clear on what this section is for. Now I could add in any details around the contents, and then each section has these 15 linked pages. So I have the ability to tap on any of these arrows and jump over to that page. So as I go and build out the section, I can label what each page is being used for, and it acts as a great anchor in the section and makes it easy to get back to previous notes I took. Now, one of the easiest things you can do here with your pages is just to add a really simple overlay. Now, I have these included in the sticker book for my planner. So if you're not using GoodNotes, you'll also see these as PNG images in the sticker collection. They'll be labeled full page overlays. So you can easily access these in that collection as well. So again, these are just images. You can see we have a lined one, I'll zoom in, and then a lined grid and a dotted. And these are designed to be really light so that they're more of guides on your page. So when you zoom out, the page still has more of a minimal feel, but I personally really like to use this grid layout. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. This is an image that I'm going to place here on the page and position it correctly. And you can see it's going to fit right on the page here. And then I have that grid layout on my note page. Now, if you're using a template other than my planner, I have these available on the freebie page of my site as well. So this is a great way to add a little structure to your page, whether you want to use something simple like the grid or lined or dotted and really convert those linked note pages. Now that we understand the basics of sections, let's jump over and talk about our templates. So the templates in the planner are really extensive. If you have a notebook or a special interest journal, it'll be more geared towards the types of planning and things you're doing in that specific notebook. But in the planner itself, they're really general and pretty much span every area of your life, from productivity to finance to entertainment. So when I go through here, I've made it really easy to navigate with these thumbnail views. So you can tap through into any category and browse all of the different templates really easily. One of the more straightforward ways that you can use this is basically just copying the page and pasting it after the page in the planner that you want to track for. So we're going to tap the three dots here to say copy page. Say I want to make this my fitness log for the first week of the year. A way that I really like to do that is just to add that page, that log page, right after the page that it corresponds to. So I would just add that page right after here, tap to paste the page, and then you can see it's going to be really easy for me to navigate back to this page at any time by just swiping over from my week. And then I see my fitness log. So what's really great about using a page that's included in the planner is that I have all of my navigation intact. So if I'm on my fitness log and decide I want to jump to the month of February, all those links still work because I copied this page from the template library in this planner. So again, if I want to jump down to that page, I'm just swiping over, and that's a really easy way of using your template log. Now, another way you can do that is if you wanted to, say, add that log on top of the blank page. Here's how you do that. If I'm going to jump over to my template, I'm going to want to grab, let's say I'll do this meal planner. So I'm going to tap into that, choose the specific planner that I want to use. I'll grab that one here. And I'm going to take a screenshot on my iPad of this page, and I'm going to crop that down. So I'm cropping out all of that page navigation to just leave the layout itself. So copy that screenshot you just took, and then jump back to the page that you're going to want to use that on and replace the layout on. So I decided that I wanted to use this over my week 1 blank page. So when I paste that here, I'll go ahead and resize it to fit. And you can see it's actually keeping that week 1 label intact, which is really nice for understanding where I am in my planner as I'm using my meal plan. And now it's there on the page for me. I can go through and tap all of the pages for my calendar, my plan view, and it's right there on my weekly blank page. So this is a great way to use those blank pages if you don't find yourself needing general notes in the week. So your two options for using the template pages are one, to copy the page completely and paste it, and then the other is to actually take a screenshot of the template and paste that screenshot image over the page to replace the body of the page. Now, when we're talking about using the copy and pasted screenshot, we're actually broaching the topic of insert pages. Even though I took that as a screenshot from the template library in my planner, so it does match up nicely and fit well, you could imagine that you could take a screenshot or an image from anywhere and place it on any page of your planner. So that's really what we're doing with insert pages. I'm going to show you an example with an insert page set that I sell in my shop. And I do prepare these with a ton of different options. You can get portrait and landscape. They come in half-page spreads in case you have a planner with some sort of spiral or middle page break. And then I also share them as PDFs, which I'll show you in a minute. So what I'm going to show you first are the full pages. Let's jump over to your planner, back to that section we had been working on for my capstone project. Say I have some starting notes, and then I also want on the next page to place an essay planner. What I can do here, this is just an image that I've saved, and I can drag it over, place it here, and then resize it to fit the whole page and take up all of the real estate on the page. So then you can see I've added this new layout to my planner. Now, the only thing to mention when you're working on these screenshot or pasted image layouts is that you have to keep in mind that this is simply an image on your page. It's a full background image, but GoodNotes or the app you're working in is going to treat it like an image. So if you start layering things, and let's say I write some text here and I want to move it, If I go over to move it and I select this, it's going to select the whole layout behind it as well. So you'll want to make sure that you toggle off images so that you can select just what's on top here. Then if you do place other sticker images on top of that layout, you'll want to tap and hold to just move those sticker images that you placed on top of your layout. One note on this is that we have seen from GoodNotes that they may be working on a feature to allow us to lock things in place, maybe through locking objects or locking layers. That's going to be such a game changer for using these types of insert pages. So when I do see that pop up, I'll go ahead and update the description of this video. And again, I am hoping it comes really soon. So back to the layout, you're here, you've added this on top of the page. And the benefit of adding it this way is that I'm in my planner, everything's intact, all of the pages, tabs, and links still work as expected. Now, there is one other way that you could add new pages to your planner, and that is to import PDF pages. Now, I could see doing this if you were, say, in a project, you got some sort of documentation, maybe something like a 3-page PDF. I could see inserting it in so you have it directly within that section. But beyond something like that, I really don't recommend adding new pages as PDFs, and I'll show you why. So for my insert pages, I do include PDF options, so I can show you on this. If I was going to go in here and I'm going to close out that side so that we have our full page again, and I could add a page and say I want to import, take it from the collection and add it as a PDF page. It's going to add it in as a full page directly within my file. So you can see what we've lost here though on this page is all of our navigation. Now, of course, we can swipe back, get to a normal page of the planner and have all of my navigation intact. But when I'm on that page, it really breaks the flow of working by not having all of that navigation intact. So that's why I always recommend doing a screenshot, saving it as an image and placing it on top of a blank page of your planner instead of importing it as a PDF when you're looking at just a simple single page layout that you want to pull in. But it is totally possible to add it as a PDF if that makes more sense for your use case. And of course, you just have to swipe back to get back to all of your page navigation. So you can imagine how it really does feel limitless, all the different things you can use your sections for, being able to create your own page layouts. And something that I often do is create new insert pages based on the things I've had questions on or people seem interested in throughout the year. And I make those available most often as freebies. So go ahead to my site, sign up for the link for my freebie library, and I'm always adding new things on this page. You can see I have a whole folder here for bonus, insert, and overlay pages. So that's where you can grab all of those, and it is free to sign up for that. So I hope this overview was helpful and gave you a little peek at all the possibilities to make the most of your planner and notebooks and all the different templates that I include with them. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe so you'll be updated on new videos.